Hello. So, you want to make a cog like this, huh? As you can see, he has a custom model. So, this is a tutorial on how to be able to create and import custom models like this into Toontown the Grindworks. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want something like this in your game. Because, it's pretty limited. Right, let's get going. Small warning, by the way, you will need to use Blender and be able to use it decently for this tutorial. So make sure to get that and learn how it works. To begin, you will need a way to get a custom model. You can either make it yourself in Blender, but this tutorial will not focus on that. In this case, I will show you a way to be able to download a model. In this case, I'll be using this website called the Models Resource. I will leave a link down in the description below if you wish to check it out. So you can find a bunch of models here, but in this case, I will be going into Kingdom Hearts 2 for a specific model. This tutorial will be doing Scrooge McDuck. So, simply click the download button to get the model in. Okay, so now that you're in Blender, what I would do first is to make sure that these objects are deleted. And then go into Import and go into whatever file format the model is. Usually it should be either OBJ or DAE. So, go to where you installed the model. So, let's see here, it's right here. So we import him. And there you go. So, sometimes a model may appear as multiple things. In this case, I would make sure to delete as much as possible, with the exception being the head. What we're going to do with this model here is reduce it until it is the head. So, in order to get rid of these extra pieces here, so select your model, go into edit mode. I would highly recommend going into the wireframe mode here, and select these here, and delete them. So go into, press the delete key, and press vertices, and you should just have only the head model. Afterwards, we need to position this head correctly. So let's go ahead and do that. So you move it here, move it there. It may be possible you may need to scale this model, but we'll go ahead and check if that's the case here. So let me just do this real quick here. Okay, now that I have this guy properly positioned, to be clear, make sure that your character's position is on this plane, and specifically their neck or head is on this point of origin right here, between the green and red lines. Once you're done, you export the model, and make sure to explicitly export it as a GLB, or this item right here. So, let's go ahead and do that, and we'll return to the Grindworks. Okay, now that you're back in the Grindworks and in the cog creator, so let's just tinker this cog here to make him look a little more like Scrooge. Okay. So now when you're here, click Load Custom, and on whatever folder you saved your item, drag and drop it into the game. And now it should be in there. And, whoops. Hold on a second. Okay, so, small piece of advice. If your model is rotated backwards, then rotate their Z coordinate to 180. That's something I forgot to do. So go ahead and do that, and if they're moved on the y coordinate, then also change that. So go do that, and as we saw, the model was a little bit too big, so let me see here. Let's make sure to scale them down. I'm going to try 0.1 since the scale's currently 1.0. So I'll see you back when he is properly scaled. Okay, so now that the model's been properly fixed, let's see how it looks in game. Okay, the textures may look a bit messy, but just go into the next page here, and press use default. Right, now he looks better. So his head may look a little weird still, but luckily you can scale the head to a degree. So I guess this'll do. And you can set the name tag offset. So there we go. And that should be mostly it. Just, adjust the cog to your content. The head color. And there you go. That's how you import head models like this into the game. The Grindworks. I'll see you then. By the way, small note, if your model has an armature, then you may need to either delete it or make it invisible. I believe it is invisible on default, so it shouldn't affect much, but just do note that if you do delete the armature, there may be a couple consequences in that, but your model should mostly be fine. It's just might reset its position and stuff. As for I believe this will mostly affect DAEs. OBJ should be safe since I don't think they have armature normally. An additional thing, by the way, if for any reason you want to use MMD models or Miku Miku Dance models, make sure in the preferences you go to Git extensions and then search up and install MMD tools right here. That way you're able to import a Miku Miku Dance model. So let's go ahead and do that. Here is one for an example. I believe this model was made by New 3DS Suchi by DeviantArt. Well, more accurately, imported. So, for MMD models specifically, you're going to want to retexture them, and preferably keep their poses quiet, or sorry, invisible. So make sure their textures are not MMD shader, but instead change them to principled BDSF, and the image texture you select, press open, go to their folder, and select whatever texture it correlates to. You may need to do this multiple times for like a single model. Like this one, for example, has 4 different textures, but simply change them all to principled BDSF, give them an image texture, and open it, and you should be golden. Just, make sure to remove their model and do all the shenanigans, and you could probably import them correctly. Right, that should be all for models for this game. So I'll see you in the next video.